Welcome, everyone, to this special series all about being an alt link here at Alter.
Yeah, Alter, the marketing and advertising agency.
Mm,
Our big vision, to be seen as the home of limitless creativity.
exactly. And our culture, well, it's really built on some core values. This whole series is about digging into what those mean, like really living them every day.
It's more than just words, isn't it? It's about how these ideas shape our work,
Mm,
our teams, basically what it means to be an alt link.
absolutely. So today, we're going to dive deep into one specific core value: respect.
Ah, respect. Crucial one.
Definitely. And specifically, we're zeroing in on this principle. I give feedback focused on improvement and avoid personal attacks.
Right. Because at Alter, communication, especially feedback, it's just fundamental. It happens all the time.
It does. But how we deliver that feedback is, well, everything.
Yeah, and it's important to understand what this doesn't mean, too. Respectful feedback isn't about avoiding the tough stuff.
Right. It's not about just staying quiet if something needs improvement.
Not at all. Actually, holding back useful feedback isn't very respectful, is it? If it could help someone grow.
Good point. So it's not about being overly soft.
No, definitely not. You can be direct. You should be honest. But the key is the intent. Is it to help them get better? Or is it just to, criticize?
Focus on the work, help them improve, avoid making it personal.
That's the core of it. Keep it about the task, the project, the skill, not about someone's character or personality.
Okay, makes sense. So let's get into some specifics. What does this actually look like here at Alter, maybe across different teams?
Sure. Let's take the design team, for example. Instead of just saying, ugh, this looks messy, which is vague and kind of personal,
Yeah, not helpful.
right? Respectful feedback might sound more like, the spacing here feels a bit inconsistent. Maybe try aligning these elements to the grid. What do you think about that approach?
Okay, I see. It's specific, it offers a suggestion, and it invites discussion. What do you think? That's key.
Exactly. It's collaborative.
Oh,
Or think about the copy team. Instead of a flat, this copy just doesn't work, which, again, offers nothing.
right. Dead end.
Yeah. You could say something like, the tone here feels a little off for this particular brand campaign. Remember that playful energy we talked about in the brief? Maybe we could try punching it up a bit more in that direction.
Ah, so you're referencing shared goals, the brief. Makes it objective.
Precisely. It connects back to the strategy. How about client success? Things can sometimes go off track there.
True, that happens. How does respectful feedback apply then? Avoid the blame game.
Absolutely avoid the blame game. Instead of pointing fingers, it's more like, okay, let's walk through what happened here together. What were the steps and where might things have gotten tricky? How can we support each other to handle this differently next time?
So it becomes a team learning moment, not an accusation.
Exactly. Collaborative problem solving. What about, say, the performance team? Lots of data there.
Yeah, numbers can feel stark. How do you give feedback respectfully there?
Well, instead of just these numbers are bad, which is alarming but not constructive.
Right, causes panic maybe.
Yeah. A better way is, okay, let's dig into this data. Looks
Mhm.
like engagement dipped in this area. What are our thoughts on why? Maybe we could test a different creative approach or refine the audience. I actually have a couple ideas we could try.
Okay, so it's analytical, forward-looking, and still collaborative.
Exactly. Now think about production. Deadlines can be tight.
Oh, yeah. Stressful. What if something's late?
Instead of immediately calling someone out, maybe ask, hey, I noticed the delivery was delayed on this edit. Is everything okay? Are you running into any roadblocks, or is there anything unclear in the brief that we could clarify for next time? Do you need some support?
So checking in, offering help, looking for systemic issues rather than just blaming.
Right. It opens the door. And this applies just as much to our internal teams like accounts or HR.
Sure, processes matter there.
Totally. So if, say, a required field is missing on a form or report,
Yeah.
instead of, you missed this, it's wrong.
Which feels accusatory.
Yeah, try. Hey, just a quick heads up. Looks like this field was missed on the latest report. Let's get it added now. And hey, maybe we could create a little checklist to help us all remember it going forward.
Simple, practical, focuses on fixing it and preventing it. Nice.
And one more, sales and marketing. Pitches don't always land.
No, they don't. That can be tough.
It can. But instead of just frustration, the approach could be, okay, that meeting didn't go quite as we hoped. What are your takeaways? Maybe we could review the deck together later this week and see if there are ways to make our pitch even stronger next time.
Learning from setbacks together.
That's the idea. It's about continuous improvement.
These examples really help paint a clear picture across the board at Alter. So, stepping back, what's the big payoff? What's the positive impact of everyone really committing to this kind of respectful feedback?
Oh, the impact is, well, it's huge. First off, you create an environment where people actually feel safe. Safe to try things, safe to maybe make a mistake, because they know the feedback will be about growth, not about, personal criticism.
That sounds like a foundation for creativity, actually.
It absolutely is. It builds trust between people, strengthens team relationships. And when people trust each other, they're more likely to actually listen to feedback and act on it.
Makes sense. Less defensiveness, more openness.
Exactly.
Right.
And people learn more openly from mistakes instead of trying to hide them. It just leads to a stronger, more supportive, and honestly, a more successful workplace.
So, for all of us alt links listening, when we find ourselves needing to give feedback, what are some maybe quick questions we can ask ourselves first?
Good idea. Maybe three key things to check in your head. First, is my real focus here on helping this person or team improve? Is that my genuine goal?
Okay, intention matters. What else?
Second, am I being respectful in how I'm saying this? My tone, my words, even if the feedback itself is direct.
Delivery is crucial. Got it. And the third?
And third, maybe put yourself in their shoes. If I were receiving this feedback right now, would it actually help me? Would it feel constructive and motivate me to develop?
That's a powerful check. The empathy check.
Yeah. If you can honestly answer yes to those, you're probably on the right track.
That really crystallizes it. At Alter, feedback isn't about fault finding. It's an active way we support each other's growth.
Exactly. It's about strengthening everyone and ultimately strengthening Alter's ability to deliver that limitless creativity we talked about.
It all ties back together. Well, we really hope this deep dive into respectful feedback has given you some useful things to think about.
Yeah, remember, living this value, especially this part about feedback, it's so important for the kind of positive and productive place we all want Alter to be.
Maybe take a moment today or tomorrow. Think about your next feedback conversation. How can you apply some of these ideas?
Even small shifts can make a big difference in building that supportive culture.
Definitely. Join us again tomorrow. We'll be exploring another key facet of Alter's core values as we continue this journey of being effective, engaged alt links.